Hi guys and welcome back to the Taste and Bloom Kitchen. Today we are making these simple but delicious crispy donuts. They are not your regular donuts that you know, okay? So stay with me and let's do this. So in my bowl I have my cooked or boiled yam. I'm going to use my wooden grinder to mash the yam, okay? If you have a potato masher, you can use that. Please do not allow the yam to cool down as smashing it will be more difficult, okay? And then you can grind it or mash it to your preferred consistency. You can leave a bit of yam chunks in there, but I wanted this to be as smooth as possible. So once my yam is beautifully mashed, I'm going to go ahead and add in some leftover chicken, grilled chicken, my suya chicken. I've dropped the recipe somewhere. Do find it and check it out. And then I'm going in with some onions. I soaked them in water previously to get rid of the smell or the taste of onions, okay? Then I went in with some carrots, some powdered pepper and salt, and then combined this nicely. So with the vegetables, you can be creative. Add in any vegetables of your choice, okay, and make this your own. So this recipe was inspired by the OPMs, yes. So Mrs. OPM dropped this recipe a couple of weeks ago, and she used potatoes, but I didn't have potatoes when I decided to try it. And trust me, using yam, the end result was also super delicious. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Yasmi. You're so welcome to my channel. Please consider subscribing and joining this amazing blooming family. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to watch me. So my next ingredient is some flour. So what the flour is going to do is to help us bind our ingredients so that when we are molding, they will not be falling apart, or it will be easier for us to mold it into our donuts, okay? Be careful not to add too much flour so that you don't get the end result tough or hard, if you like. And also make sure you are mixing in the flour very well so that it's not concentrated at certain points and then some other parts do not have some. This is a recipe you can use to replace our famous Ghana yam balls, okay? So now that our mixture is ready, I'll go ahead and mold my donuts. So in this bowl, I soaked some rings of onions. Like I mentioned previously, it's only to get rid of the smell of the onions when you eat them, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and mold my donuts. So I put the ring on my board, my work surface, whatever you want to call it, and then begin to mold. So take your time. It will all come together. Honestly speaking, it was so easy. Initially, when I started, I thought it was going to be difficult, but I was so wrong. So, though you can shape this into regular balls or round shapes, making it into the donut shapes make them beautiful, more attractive or inviting if you like. And I mean, the guests will be asking for more, the kids, the family will be asking for more. So as you can see, my first yam donut has been put together beautifully. I'm going to set it aside and then mold the second one as well. So for the amount of yam or quantity of yam I cooked, I got only 2 donuts out of it. Like I mentioned earlier, this recipe was inspired by Mrs. OPM or the OPMs. She used potatoes, so you can also use potatoes if you like. So to our breading station, I'm going to go ahead and coat my donuts or yam donuts first with some eggs, and then the second coat will be with crushed cornflakes. This is where our crispiness or crunchiness come in. Yes, it is amazing to use the cornflakes to coat. In place of the cornflakes, you can use breadcrumbs, but you may not get the exact crunchiness or crispiness that comes with coating with cornflakes. Also, please be very meticulous when doing this, and then make sure you're coating the donuts or the yam donuts very well. If you've watched me till this point, thank you so much. Please give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below when you're done watching, and share the video as well when you're done watching. So in some hot oil, I'll go ahead and fry my donuts. So be extremely careful when dropping your donuts into the hot oil. And these fry pretty quickly. I'd say in about 6 minutes, both sides were cooked and they were ready for me to enjoy them. Find me on all the other social media platforms as well. All those links are in the description box. With the exception of the flour, because all the other ingredients are cooked, this takes no time at all, trust me. And once they are golden, like you see on your screen, just take it out of your oil and leave it on a cooling rack. One tip I'll be leaving with you today is that if you want to maintain the crunch or crispiness in your fried goods, please make sure not to keep them in contact with maybe your kitchen napkin or whatever. Put it in contact with a metal, so your colander or your metal rack. And look at these beauties. They were so good. I had them with a chilled glass of Coca Cola. Be sure to give this recipe a try and give me a feedback when you do that. And until I see you again, keep blooming.